a couple of days ago, in one of our spirit plant medicine ceremonies that my husband Ivan Rados and I facilitate on a monthly basis here in our hometown in Vancouver, BC, Canada, one young man emerged out of it really disappointed and upset. And what he said was that he hated himself because yet again he got nothing. Yet again his mind got in the way. He said he had just returned from a week-long ayahuasca retreat, and while everyone was having wonderful experiences and experiences of the divine, he got nothing. And that all the shamans and healers always told him that it's because his mind gets in the way. And what he said is, I hate myself. He said, yet again, everyone here in your ceremony is experiencing amazing things, communing with the divine, finding self-love, and look at me. I hate myself. What a terrible thing to feel towards himself, towards yourself. So what my amazing husband said to him is, you know what? You remind me of somebody very famous. He looked at him like, what do you mean? I bet he was thinking Hitler or something like that. And Ivan, or Ivan as I call him, said, you remind me of Buddha. He looked at him in bewilderment and obviously getting angry because he thought he was mocking him, which Ivan would never do. He said, no, seriously, you remind me of Buddha with your strive for perfection and your stubbornness. And it seems to me you are going to crush every stone in search for that diamond of truth, whatever that is. And you hate yourself because you are not like other people experiencing the beauty, the light, the geometrical patterns, the divine speaking to you. But he said, you know what? Just try this. Embrace that stubbornness of yours. Embrace that trait. Do not hate yourself. Love yourself. Choose. Make a conscious choice to embrace everything that you are, no matter what, and love it fiercely, and watch what happens. Who knows? You might get enlightened before everyone else here. Or you may not. But you will certainly get to your own truth and to your own self-actualization. Because there are many roads to enlightenment and to self-actualization. Many paths, many ways. And yours is this one. Do not try to follow other people's paths. Ivan often jokes and says, spirituality isn't clapping hands and singing hallelujah. It's not singing anything. It's not about this way or that way. It's about following your own truth. Be a skeptic as you are, and be stubborn as you are, and embrace that and follow your path and watch what happens. A magic will truly happen for sure. I should know, and Ivan should know too, because I used to be one. I used to be so skeptical. When I met my husband about almost 30 years ago, I did not believe in anything. Absolutely nothing. I was an academic, raised by an academic, an atheist, and I didn't believe in any spirituality. In fact, spirituality was a word of which I made mockery. I had disrespect, to be very honest to you. I had disrespect and disdain of people who are on spiritual path, on people who engage in meditation, on people who talk to divine entity, on people who embark on spirit plant medicine journeys. I thought they were just crazy new age hippies. And I thought that was just such a cliche. And then I met my husband. And then the very reason why I was intrigued and went on a date with him was because the moment we met, he told me and my two other friends something. He whispered something in our ears, and it was like he saw through our souls. We all ended up crying literally from recognition, from feeling seen. And I thought, what the hell is this man? Who is this man? How did he do this? So I had to get to know him better. And that's how we started dating. Not dating initially, we were friends. But he had another idea. He wanted to marry me. He told me. He knew everything, that he was going to marry me. He told me that night that I thought I was infertile because I had many miscarriages previously in my first marriage. He told me that, a stranger. And he told me that that's because I was a goddess of fertility in my previous life, which to me sounded like totally truthfully. But he said, no, he said, and you've been through many different investigations as to why you're infertile. And I look at him in bewilderment. How the hell does this man know this? And he said, but don't worry, you will have a child. You will have son. And he looked at me in a cheeky way. He said, maybe even with me. And I thought, what? But because everything else he said was so true, I didn't discard him entirely. And since then, our journey together has been nothing but a book of miracles. If somebody had told me then, at that time, that I would witness the things he manifests and the healings he performed on other people, the miraculous so-called healings, and things that he manifested in our lives and that we manifested together, and literally unbelievable, miraculous manifestations, I would definitely not believe that person, and I would think they were bloody liars, pretending to be spiritual. But here we are. That's what happened to a skeptic, to the worst skeptic you can imagine. So advice to all of you skeptics, all of you who are struggling on your spiritual path because you've been told that you are too skeptic, too stubborn, that your mind is too analytical, that your mind is in your own way. Don't worry. Just love yourself, embrace all your traits, and watch what happens. Wait for the magic.